and callers. They do not necessarily represent the views of the advertisers, management, staff, or ownership of WCTC.
This is the show where Jersey matters. From politics to entertainment, from social issues to lifestyles, from newsmakers to pop culture. If it's Jersey, it's on Jersey Central with Burt Barron.
Well, he's very popular. Sportos, motorheads, geeks, bloods, wastoids, dweebies, they all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
On the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey.
8:08, hour number 3 of Jersey Central on a Friday morning on the new Talk Radio WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. It is Burt Barron. Good morning to you. I've got your chance to win some Starplex Cinemas movie tickets a little bit later on in this hour. Hey, this weekend, beginning today, find some time, either today or tomorrow, to get over to Route 18 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram in East Brunswick for a couple of different reasons. Number one, they got some pretty good deals over there, too, during the summer clearance event. And number two, you're going to have a chance to meet one of the really great all-time television iconic actors of all time. You know him, of course, as Eddie Munster from the classic television show The Munsters. Actor Butch Patrick is going to be there today between 4 and 8 and tomorrow between 11 and 3. And he joins me now on the Raritan Bay Medical Center Jersey Newsmaker hotline to say hello. Hey, Butch, it's Burt Barron, man. Good morning and welcome to WCTC Radio. How are you?
I'm great, Burt. Thank you so much.
Good to talk to you, man. You stay pretty busy throughout most of the year, going around to different conventions and making appearances and stuff. You stay busy most of the time?
Well, something that came up last year, I met a gentleman that had built a couple of cars, replica tribute cars of the Munsters, because the originals basically are really in bad shape and they're in a museum. So what I did is I took the opportunity to buy these cars and start touring the country because I love the road trips anyway. And with the cars, it gives me a chance to really get involved with people that are like myself, that are gearheads and love hot rods. So not only am I there at the dealership to meet and greet, but I actually have my cars along with me.
Very cool. So the Munster Coach and the Dragula Roadster, people are going to have a chance to see those vehicles beginning today on Route 18 in East Brunswick, right?
Yeah, I have those, and actually I have a lot of props from the show. I have the George Barris Von Dutch Stingray bicycle that was built in '64, which is an accurate bike. That's the real deal. I have the big baseball bats in the show. I have I have Spot. I have a baby Spot, and I also have a Woof Woof doll. So the people who are Munster fans, they bring out a lot of merchandise, and we get a chance to talk shop about the show, the toys, and pop culture in general.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the show, it just kind of like has a life of its own. It just kind of keeps reinventing itself, it seems like, Butch, whether it's, alive in the reruns or now you can watch a lot of the stuff on the internet and whatnot. The show has just appealed to generations of people. And I'm sure when you're making appearances like the one that you're doing today and tomorrow, you see people from all walks of life that say, oh, yeah, hey, you're a great character, and it's one of my favorite TV shows.
I actually do, and I think the best part is the kids today. I get a lot of young kids coming to the table. I'll say, now, I know you've never seen this show, and they go, oh, no way, man, I love the Munsters. Here's my favorite episode. And they look at the pictures on the table, and they'll point, they'll know the characters, they'll know the dialogue, and a lot of them will bring merchandise to the table to get autographed as well. So they're starting their collections, or they're sharing their parents' collection with me. That's
awesome. So you'll be doing some autographs and taking some pictures today and tomorrow too?
Oh, absolutely. The photo ops are great. It's funny. It's just the '60s itself. Is such a great decade for people to remember, and I feel very lucky that I was born in the '50s. I grew up in the '60s and went through the '70s as a teenager, '20s and '30s, and so I really feel I was born in the best window of opportunity that I could have been. So sharing that with other people is a lot of fun. And, the '60s and the Munsters and a lot of other shows from that period I was lucky enough to be on. And, I did Mr. Eds and My Favorite Martians and I Dream of Jeannie and the Monkees and things that were just really pure comedic entertainment and gold by the gold standard of television.
Yeah, people look back at as those years of television being the best it could have possibly been. I mean, at the time, you had no idea that it would still be, decades and decades later, still something that people talk about.
I was just a kid that wound up latching on to a great show with some great people, and a little 2-year window of my life has turned into something really good. And I'm happy as can be that I was part of it. But it's very exciting that I figured out a way to enjoy the road, have hot rods, meet people, do promotions and marketing, which is what I do anyway.
Yeah.
And actually kind of like turn it into a second career.
Yeah, good for you, man. And I had a chance to chat with you a little bit. Another visit that you did in Jersey up at the Meadowlands at another It's got a classic TV convention, and it was great to meet you then, and I'm real excited to have you on the show with us this morning, of course. Let me just give people the details. Today between 4 and 8, and tomorrow between 11 a.m. and 3 p.m., Route 18 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram is when you're going to have a chance to stop by, say hello to Butch Patrick. He's going to have those two vehicles there, too, the Munster Coach and the Dragula Roadster. You can get some autographs, take some pictures, see what's going on at the dealership, too. They got some really cool lease deals that are going on. But go out and say hello to Butch, which it's going to be cool that he's going to be there. I saw on your Facebook page this morning, Butch. What is that? Is that an old Mustang that you have right on the top of the page there?
Oh, that's my old Mach 1. That was my first car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was funny. When I was 16 years old, I was lucky enough to latch on to a Mach 1, and I was a Ford guy for a few years. Then I got beat in a drag race by a Corvette, so I went and bought an L88 Corvette, which was really a monster car. Yeah.
Being in a drag race, that's what made you change your brand loyalty, huh?
Yeah, it really did.
Wow.
And Corvettes were pretty cool back then. But I've always been kind of a Ford guy. Now with the Coach and the Dragula,
yeah,
they originally had 289 Cobras in them, but the gentleman that I bought them from, he put a big block Chevy, so I got a wrap motor in the Coach with 500 horse, and I got a small block mouse motor in the Dragula with 400 horse.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's cool stuff. And people are going to have a chance to see them today and tomorrow at Route 18 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. You got like some kind of shed, or you have like a special storage place where you keep these things when you're not on the road?
I have a 32-foot trailer that I tow them around. I've got a really nice GMC, a turbo diesel pickup truck that we tow them. So I have a really good setup. I'm really comfortable. I'm going to be on the road till the end of 2016,
wow.
And next year I'm doing the western half of the United States, and I'm doing a Route 66 celebrating 1966, which will be the 50th anniversary of the second year of the show.
Oh, that is awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, that's great. You got a few minutes to hang on, man? I want to talk about a couple of other things in just a few minutes, if you can hang out.
Oh, you betcha, Bert.
Cool, man. Thank you so much. All right, my guest, very honored to be talking to Butch Patrick this morning, the actor, of course, who played Eddie Munster on The Munsters. He will be at Route 18 Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram today between 4 and 8, and tomorrow between 11 and 3. And you can check out the two vehicles that appeared on the show while you're there, the Munster Coach and the Dragula Roadster. It's going to be a lot of fun over the next couple days. So get on out there and say hello to Butch, all right? Jersey Central traffic and weather time, 8:15. Traffic and weather every 10 minutes on the 5s on Jersey Central. Let's get right to the roads, and here is Bernie Viter.
Good morning, Bert. In Cranberry Township, South River Road is still closed between Prospect Plains Road and Corporate Drive, all because of an accident that took down a pole and some wires there, so very heavy in that stretch. Also, the Outer Bridge crossing Staten Island bound, the ramp to the northbound West Shore Expressway completely closed. It's an overturned tractor trailer that has been there for several hours now. Route 9 north into Route 35, you're going to be busy. Also, the Garden State Parkway on the southbound side as you approach the Raritan toll slowing down. No major problems along 287, a little slow exit 2 towards exit 4, and then again up towards exit 10. Southbounders, you should be fine at this hour, and we're not reporting any major problems with New Jersey Transit, though the Princeton shuttle, there are buses replacing the trains